Welcome to our channel. Today I will be discussing with you the differences between preferred stock versus common stock. This is Attorney Liu. The first and probably the defining differences is the liquidation preferences of the preferred stock. Preferred stock is essentially or originally classically preferred in the event of liquidation. What does liquidation mean? Liquidation means you sell off all the assets of the company and distribute whatever money is left to all the stakeholders. But it could be it could have much broader meaning. For example, merger acquisition event could be also defined as a liquidation event, meaning the company being acquired by another company. So what does liquidation preference mean? Let me walk you through a few scenarios and you will get it. Scenario one, you see the company has a secured debt, meaning that's secured by its assets of $3,000 and unsecured debts of $2,000, preferred stock that has original capital contribution of $1,000 and common stock that has original capital contribution of $500. So if the total value of the assets of a company in the event of liquidation is between $5,000 to $6,000, right? First, you need to use the money to pay the debts off. That's in total $5,000. Whatever is left over, since you have less than $1,000 left over, it all goes to the preferred stock holders and leaving nothing for the common stockholders. You see the preference of preferred stock over common stock right here. And so in scenario two, you can see this trade-off now, right? Same amount of debts and capital contributions. You have over $6,000 of asset left in the company, so preferred stock will get $1,000, and common stock will have whatever is left over. It could be $10,000. It could be $10 million, right? Of course, unless there is liquidation multiplier, meaning that the preferred stockholders will get, say, 2 times or 3 times or 4 times of their original $1,000. And scenario 3 is that you have less than $5,000 left. So both preferred stockholders and common stockholders will have nothing. And whatever's left first goes to the secured lender, and then after that goes to the general creditor. So related to the liquidation preference is the dividend preference. After the company pays all the expenses, including interest payment to its creditors, right? Also including principal repayment if that part of that comes due. And the balance of operating profit may be distributed as dividend, but first you have to distribute a dividend to the preferred stockholder before you could distribute that to the common stockholder. And nowadays, a lot of startup companies would offer, before they see any cash or profit, they could offer preferred stockholders the so-called dividend in kind. For example, you may have a preferred stock that bears 8% of dividend rate. And assuming 1-to-1 conversion ratio, which we'll soon get to between preferred stock and common stock, if you hold that preferred stock, 100 shares of preferred stock for a year, you are supposed to get 8 common shares at the end of the year as your dividend in kind. So conversion rate, right? So the right of preferred stock to convert their preferred shares into common shares. You could use a conversion ratio like 1-to-1, which I just used in my last example. So this is similar to the stock options employees and consultants may have, and the warrants their professional advisors or investment bankers may get. Warrants are essentially the right to buy the stock of the company during a window of time for a predetermined price. And then you have convertible notes which originally works like a debt instrument, a note, but could be converted into common stock usually. So such that all of those sort of equity interest and quasi-equity interest in the company could be converted into common stock, which such that there's a common denominator if necessary to share the liquidation value of the whole company. If there's a lot to be shared and all of those securities could be converted into common stock. So that I think that's why it's called common stock, because it provides a common denominator for you to split the pie. And there are other features, but the line between preferred stock and common stock is getting more and more blurry nowadays. Classic preferred stock do not have much governance rights, like the right to appoint board of directors, but nowadays this all could be negotiated and bargained for, essentially. And traditionally, a company may redeem classic preferred stock with cash. It's because, you know, as you can tell now, it's something that's between a debt and equity capital. So it's very similar to repayment of debt, you know, including the principal plus the interest, right? But usually a company does not get to sort of buy back its common stock unless there is some kind of contractual arrangements in advance. And today it could also be negotiated to be the opposite, meaning the preferred stockholder get to put the preferred stock to the company, to force the company to pay cash to the stockholder of preferred stock. So this is a topic for today. If you are interested, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.